Good morning, everyone. Welcome to ShortSalePowerHour.com. My name is Fred Weaver. My partner, Kevin Kauffman, is inhaling water in the background and will shortly have to go to the restroom again. And we are Group 4610.
Arizona's premier short sale team. I know that. I got that line memorized now.
Wow, you're great. Hey guys, so I'll keep the intro short today, just because yesterday it went a little long. I hope it was entertaining for those of you, but we're talking about Equator.
By the way, I'm quite certain it wasn't entertaining.
For those of you that weren't aware, Kevin and I last Friday spent some time with the folks at Equator, the CEO, Chris, and some other members of their staff, touring their facilities, getting a chance to see the back-end software, meaning how Equator functions for the actual negotiator. And it was quite the experience, and we've said it now, I believe, in all 2 episodes, and this will be the 3rd one. It's not rocket science, meaning that, No,
it's computer science, actually.
Yeah, it's just some computer tasks, but it's pretty cool. So here's what I want you guys to know. Equator actually is not a system that, like, the lender has to conform to. It's actually a system that can conform to how the lender wants it to look.
So every lender's got their own process, and you guys know that from doing short sales. You understand. It's what Fred and I call being the detective, understanding that, hey, every bank's going to do things a little bit differently than the other one. So we know that Equator gives the banks the chance to kind of customize that software for themselves based on their own system and process.
So let me give you an example. I was getting a little bit frustrated in the last week or two. I know that one of the tasks in the Equator system for the negotiators at Bank of America, for example, is they have to have a payoff before they can progress with submitting the file.
That actually came up for me today on a file I was working on. Yeah.
So I was a little frustrated only because in the 2+ years of negotiating short sales, I've never, more than a handful of times, have I had a negotiator tell me I can't submit until I get a payoff back. Usually they already have that information in their system, but apparently B of A has set up their system and customized it so that they need a payoff. So I'm just telling you this so you guys understand. There's going to be some kinks and things the lenders work out. I can't wait till B of A sits down, and I know they're doing this on a consistent basis, but I can't wait till they make their first major change in Equator. When they really sit down and look at it and grade their performance and figure out what could be simplified. It's really not that complicated on the back end, but sometimes, as you all know, the negotiators inside the bank like to make things more difficult than they
really need to be. Yeah.
So anyway, I'm just sharing that. I'm not trying to get mad at negotiators today. That's for Effed Up Friday. So anyway,
this is a good one.
Yeah, so here's the deal, guys. Kevin and I were sitting down with Chris, and we were talking through some of the suggestions, and we mentioned to him at Equator that one of the problems that we face just in a lot of our short sales in the Phoenix area is that the BPO that is done on the property doesn't necessarily support our offer.
Yeah, and knowing that we're never sending an offer to BofA or any lender for that matter that isn't at or very, very close to fair market value.
Correct. So what we found early on in our use of Equator, we were actually part of the trial run when it was still called REO Trans in late 2009. But what we found was that if the offer didn't match, they countered, and if you didn't accept, they just closed your file out. That's what BofA was doing through the Equator system. So one of the recommendations that we have made on behalf of everybody, and not only the realtor community, but also in the banking servicing community, I think it's going to help BofA, is we have asked the team at Equator to talk to some of their partners, their clients, about building in a way that we as agents, if the BPO doesn't line up with the offer, can go ahead and send supporting documentation right through the system. So
if you guys have purchased the Crush It package or the audio video package or been to one of our live trainings, you know that part of what Fred and I do when the BPO doesn't line up with our offers, we're going to do what we call challenge the BPO, and we're going to go after them and get them to understand the actual true value of that property.
Well, and some banks call that disputing the BPO.
Some call it an ROV.
Some call it a reconciliation of value.
Yep, recon.
Recon. So there's lots of names. So I don't really care what we call it, and I'm not looking to create more work for everybody. I'm just saying we all know that files get closed out because of bad BPOs.
Yeah.
And so why not have a way that we can communicate through Equator with the negotiator on the other side to submit supporting documentation to let them know. Now, I know there is places to put other info and that kind of thing in, but I want to put it in a place that everybody knows that this is what it is. So not just some other column. I'd like to see it be called some sort of supporting documentation for value or BPO dispute or whatever you want to call it. But I think stuff like our showings report, our listing history, if we've done our own BPO, our own comps, we should be able to go ahead and give those to the negotiator on the other side of the equator system, and they should be able to see that.
Here's where I see the great power in using the system called the equator is, okay, so we talked yesterday about the report card.
Yeah.
So you and I know that we've got an amazing report card.
Yes.
Okay? Because we do everything on time or ahead of time. So we've now got a great report card. We now have a place, hopefully we're working towards this, where we can submit comps, we can submit the foot traffic, if you will, or how many people went through the house and made an offer or didn't make an offer. Yep. And then we can show them their pricing history too, of where we had the home priced at, all the way to where when we received an offer. So now you take all those things put together. Now that's a heck of a lot of firepower when you're going up and escalating and going to needing to go to a manager or a vice president to get a value overturned and to get a file looked at and reviewed. That's a lot of information, and I see the power in having all of that in one central location. That's going to be that's a game changer.
I think it absolutely is going to be a game changer. So I'm looking forward to that. One of the things I just want to mention is that if you guys have some other suggestions out there on things you'd like to see in Equator,
let us know.
Feel free to let us know. What we've done is obviously gone out and looked to build a relationship with Equator and the owners over there and the staff, because we know that they're trying to improve their product, and their product has to keep up with the change in time. So their client is the lender, and we're sensitive and understand that that's their client, and there's only so much they can disclose on what's going on with their client. But they're also interested in knowing what the users, the realtors, and people negotiating the short sales actually think, because at the end of the day, we all have to get along. And I really see Equator, after talking to them, meeting with them last week, as the company that's going to kind of bring everybody together.
Yeah, that's just it. Okay, they can't make these decisions, but they can offer solutions, which they're doing, and they're definitely the key player that's going to bring all of these different industries, the banking, mortgage, appraisal.
Wait till we get to the place where you've got a first loan with like B of A and a second with Chase, for example, if that,
and we can work them both,
and they're both through
Equator. Oh, I can't wait for that day.
I mean, the software ability is there. Now, obviously, they've got to jump through hurdles to make sure that they're following guidelines and not breaking RESPA and banking regulations and all that.
Yeah.
But when you can get through that, how great is that day going to be?
It's going to be
that the negotiators inside the banks can talk to each other rather than fighting with us as the agent.
Wouldn't that be better?
That's my vision. Guys, I don't know if you. I can't say what Equator's going to do, but I think that the vision for that happening at some point in the future does exist.
Wouldn't that be great, guys, when we as the agent get to be removed as that middleman between first and second lien holders? That's going to be awesome. I believe it's going to happen eventually. So, anyways, guys.
Hey, I want to close real quick with this, Kevin. We haven't mentioned this all week long in our videos, but you guys may have seen some changes to our website. In addition to the financial package that we've been selling for a month now and only mentioned on one video, for $46.10. We've also added 2 more key products, and there's going to be some more that may actually be on the website by the time you watch this. But our second product is an actual audio and video product. It's 5 hours of live training and teaching that Kevin and I have done.
Awesome content.
You can download the audio to your iPod and listen to it. You can watch the videos on our secured website over and over and over again. And our hope with that audio and video package is that not only you'll watch it, but as you build a team and bring other people on to help you negotiate your short sales, now you can let us, if you will, train your team and your employees. So, and then our third and final product is what we call the Crush It package. It not only includes the financial package, it also includes the audio video. It's got, oh my gosh, 40, 50, 60 plus pages worth of documentation that you can use to communicate with parties. It's got information on how to do FHA and VA short sales, and the clincher, we're actually including our entire short sale workflow. And what that means is that we've got almost 200 tasks that we complete in a short sale transaction, and we're giving you our Excel spreadsheet of when we do every task, how frequently those tasks are done, which tasks those correspond to. So when I fax a package, how many days later do I call and verify it? Who does that task? We also offer a document on how to build your short sale team, and it's basically congruent with the Millionaire Real Estate Agent model. And we've got a bunch of other stuff that's included in that package. So I highly encourage you guys to check it out. If you guys know our hearts, we're not here just swindling crappy products so that we can go and drive fancy cars and feel good about ourselves. We actually have a goal and a purpose in mind to change the way short sales are done, and we want to help people out there. So if you guys find any value in what we're doing, encourage you to purchase some of our product and take your short sale business to another level. And if you're happy where you're at, we're happy for you too. But we hope for those of you out there that want to grow, want to add more to your business and take things to another place, that you'll check out some of our products. So also, check out our events page. We got lots of events coming up. Northern California, Las Vegas. We've got a class that's now on our website that's being held in the Houston, Texas area. We've got something in Nashville in May, and we're also teaching a class next Monday in Bellingham, just outside of Seattle, Washington. So lots of events and cool stuff coming up.